Say.
How's it, guys? And welcome if you are joining us for the VTRN versus RECCE game tonight. It is officially try 2. We tried streaming this game last week, I think it was Thursday, and didn't go down quite as planned. But hopefully tonight will go a little bit better. With me, as always, I've got the Cowboy Scully Rebel. Scully, what's up?
Right, and you, buddy? How you doing?
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah. So finally we get to see these two teams play, seeing that they had a little bit of problems last week.
Yeah.
But definitely looking forward to this one. I think it's going to be a good game.
Yeah, I mean, look, both these teams are, not bad at all. I mean, obviously we know VTRN a little bit better than we know RECCE. But I understand that you speak to the RECCE guys every now and again, and you've been in a party with them and that sort of thing, and a couple of nice guys.
Yeah, awesome guys to chat with and so on. Played a few pub games with them, and we chat on WhatsApp and so on. So yeah, no, it's a good couple of guys in that clan.
Bunch of lekker guys. So interesting tonight, the map choices. VTRN has actually chosen the night map, so that is Prize de Tour. Yes, they've got to come up with easier names in the next battlefield, by the way. And then of course the age-old favorite is also there tonight, Argon Forest, and that is actually RECCE's map. Yeah.
Okay. Is it? Yes, yeah. I would have thought it would be something like Golden Blitz or something.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, we're gonna have to look at. Viptrol gave us a suggestion there to eliminate some of the maps as we carry on. That's a very good idea. So we'll definitely implement that in season 2. So we don't have this situation where once you've played the map's eliminated and you can't choose it again.
Yeah.
Unless we run out of maps, but we'll make sure that there's enough maps to run parallel with the amount of weeks that we have. So if there's 8 or 9 weeks, there'll be 8 different maps, and you're only allowed to choose one.
Yeah. This is now obviously for season 2, right?
Yeah, that's for season 2, correct.
Excellent. So I'm just waiting for the guys to confirm with me what the start time will be.
So what's the public holiday tomorrow? Heritage Day? What day is it?
Isn't it something? It's Working Day or Workers' Day or Employees?
Yeah, Workers' Day is the 1st of May or what? 1st of April, 1st of May. Human Rights Day.
Oh, it's Human Rights
Day. Work
on
human. you as a human have got a right to say to the work no. Say no. Stem near, man. Stem near.
So Human Rights Day. Oh yeah, you're right. That's Human Rights Day tomorrow.
I think we need to go and gate crash Van Dango's fucking Rofjol party. What do you think?
Does he have a Rofjol party?
Yeah, I saw him there on Facebook today. I think it was yesterday. He did an update there when they just arrived there next to some dam. I don't know what dam it is. And the tents were pitched and so on, and they were having some fun there. And one lady fell into the water and some of these reeds punch her in the arse or something. I don't know. Did you not see that on Facebook?
No, missed that one. But
yeah, so he's giving us live updates from that side.
But that sounds like one I have to go and look for.
Yeah, she's actually not calm. She pulled the pants down and everything. So. Yeah.
I nogals on Facebook, ne?
On Facebook, and it is live for everybody to see. That's why I'm saying we must actually go there and gate crash that Rofjol. It's called a Rofjol.
Well, it sounds like fun.
I think it's something like Oppie Koppie of Sweets.
Oh yeah.
This is like Langsie Dummy. This is not Oppie Koppie, this is Langsie Dummy.
Langsie Dummy. Excellent. That's good. Oppie Koppie, Langsie Dummy. Maybe it's the same place. Maybe they just rolled off the koppie and now they launch the dummy.
Or Well, they decided to build a dam there.
Ja.
Langs die dam.
Ja,
Langs die koppie.
Dis nou tussen die koppie en die dam.
Tussen die koppie en die dam.
Brilliant. Brilliant. So I'm just checking what the start time will be.
10 and 12.
Yeah, 10 and 12 at the moment. I don't have a start time yet, so we'll just see what the guys come up with now. So this map that they're going to play tonight is actually very interesting. I mean, I know we've talked about it a couple of times, but I think the reason, I mean, if you look at the map, and I'm going to pull out my tool here, my drawing tool, and if you look at this map, B, C, and D are all in a straight line. So this is an extremely linear map when it comes to playing these three flags. And the problem with linear maps with three flags is that the spawn points will be on the A and E side, and obviously the guys who spawn on E generally go for B first, and the guys spawning on A will generally go for D first. And the issue that you have then is that most of the time B and D are the flags that are taken, and all the fighting is around C. But of course we have seen, I mean, the previous map or the previous game we looked at, we did see a lot of fighting going on at D. But generally B is sort of left alone for some other odd reason. So let's see if we see something different tonight. I don't know. I mean, both these teams are, they're not defending teams. Both of them are actually you know, sort of attacking teams from a strategy perspective. I know VTRN has a couple of snipers that can do some defending if they have to. So does RECCE actually. Yeah, but I mean, if you think about guys like Diamond, for example, you know, in the VTRN team, I know he's a extremely good sniper. So you know, if he's sort of hanging back and defending, there's not a lot of things that get past him, right?
Correct. Yeah, he's actually one of the good snipers out there within the community. And then of course you've got some good medics, Vlakvark that I can remember, and tankers and anti-tankers, you know, Obi and those guys. Obi is also a very good sniper. Yeah, so the majority of the guys that I remember, you know, I think George is George a new player for VTRN, together with Dolphy. I think he's a new guy, and Marcus, Obi, Pondu, Twaksak, always Urban Boris always running together. That's also a good team, good squad. You know, they've always showed some good good gameplay there. Why do we have Slung ZN here in the RECCE team, bro? Is that another Slung?
I think that's another Slung. I don't think it's the DI Slung. No, definitely.
Because now RECCE's also got a Slung.
Yeah.
And they're both from ZN. KZN. Wat gaan aan?
Yeah, no, I don't think that's the DI Slung, to be honest. We'll just reference that, but I don't think so. I see that there are 12 aside now. So yes, there's some interesting names here. We've got Essie, we've got King Haru, Jean Diepier, Jimnal, Mr. Dean Lawrence, Napoleon, Basebaard.
Pasebaard.
Well, Pasebaard. Jy sien ek probeer hom nou half Engels, half Afrikaans lees. Pasebaard.
Pasebaard en ma se krulle.
Slung ZA Tebetel. Oh, jette. Job Roy, and then we've got Fatikaki, né? Then we've got Kutzer, Diamond, Dolphy, George, Henrik, Marcus, Obut. I think that's Obut. Obi, Pondu, Twaksak, Urban Boris, Vlakvark and Vruchtevlieg. So a good lineup.
Ja, nee. Oh, definitief. Daar is dan weer die Afrikaans hier, in die Afritaal. Net so laat van die ouens my kan verstaan as ek praat, want my Engels is nog. Usually it doesn't come through very deliciously. You know how he speaks this language, eh? This tale.
So I see it looks like they have indeed spawned, and I'm with
Yes.
Pondu in his tank, and Pondu in his squad he's got Kutzer, George and Vruchtevlieg, so it looks like they are running a 4-4-4.
Yeah, and I see on this side the RECCE team has also split up. Half of the team is moving on to the Charlie flag and the other half is on Delta. This is definitely going to be a good game, man.
Yeah.
Charlie is already in the hands of VTRN together with Bravo. We've got one guy here, Gingeroo from RECCE, just holding back here on the Bravo side. He's the only guy there. He's going to need some assistance if he wants to take the Bravo flag.
Yeah.
And then RECCE's doing a good push here on Charlie.
So I see he's getting some spawn assistance here from the RECCE guys, Fatikaki, Napolio, Gingeroo, all three of them in here, and the Bravo flag starting to contest that flag. But he's got Vruchtevlieg, Kutzer and Pondu at the back here defending the B flag. Pondu is taking some hits there from Gingeroo, but some good hits actually. Gingeroo there with his rocket gun.
Yeah, I see Kutzer is fixing that tank, making sure that Pondu is not catching a light there. On this side, on the Charlie flag, I see Mr. Lawrence here and T. Beetle. How do you say this name so good? T. Beetle. Okay, what is that? What is a T. Beetle?
I have no idea.
T. Beetle is here on the left-hand side of Charlie, trying to push through. They've actually got the C flags around it, but the VTRN guys are all in the middle there. They're defending.
It's interesting for me to see that Pondu is hanging back with the tank over here at B. Yeah, I think it's the first time that I've seen that the guys who have the tank sort of hold it back at B.
Check Slung. Slung is moving in here. He's going some, what is it, dynamite? There's something on that tank. Yeah, they're definitely putting some good work into that tank. So see if they can take it out. Fatikaki.
They've just taken it out.
Taken out itself. Yeah, but they took the tank out as well. Good work there. That's what you say. He didn't take shit. Fatikaki.
So RECCE is over here. They are on the B flag, busy contesting that. It's 3 against 2 at the moment. We've got Kutzer who just got taken out. Pondu. George over here as well, so 2 on 3 at the moment. So the B flag belongs to RECCE at the moment. I keep saying RECCE for some other odd reason. RECCE. So
I don't see any of the VTRN guys trying to make a move on D. Okay, so here I see Urban Boris is moving on D, but Passer Bart gaan vir hom pitch met daai tank and he just did.
Interesting name that. I actually quite like that. So you see now VTRN is in a little bit of, I wouldn't say trouble here, but what's happening now is because RECCE holds both Bravo and Delta, they can pretty much now decide from which way they want to push. And
they can push from both directions actually.
And that's going to cause some issues there for VTRN, but I see VTRN I think have realized that and they're falling back to reclaim that Bravo flag. We've got Pondu, Vruchtevlieg, Boris and it looks like Twaksak here falling back to reclaim the Bravo flag. We've also got George coming in, running in as well. There's a couple of RECCE guys who are trying to do the same, so we'll see what the standoff is here at the Bravo flag, but I think that VTRN might reclaim it, although there's a lot of RECCE guys coming into the Bravo flag.
Yeah, the whole Slung patrol is there. Everybody in that squad. John DP, Raptor, George, Slung, was it Napoleon or what? Leopold. Yeah.
Leopold is there.
Dolphy, Obi, Diamond and Marcus doing some good work here defending Charlie, but I think they must just watch out because these the RECCE guys are quite skillful with the flanking maneuvers. I see that they're coming in from both sides here at the back.
Yeah.
There's one of them now left there, but they definitely, irritating them there on the flag, so they have to be vigilant on all those corners to make sure that nothing happens there.
Correct. By the way,
just sitting on the tank, yeah.
By the way, I'm running here with Slung ZN, and while we were talking, I just checked that other name, and of course the other Slung is Slung Fell, ne?
Oh, Slung Fell. All right, Slung and Slung Fell, but they're both from KwaZulu-Natal.
And both snakes, yeah.
yeah. Well, the Natal region, yeah, is known for its snakes, the green mamba and the boomslangs and the black mamba and all of that.
Yeah.
Al die gevaarlike slange wat hier rondhang. Yeah, so we've got RECCE pushing in here on the Bravo teams and his mates here. Fatikaki, T-Leopold, who's this Kangaroo? Oh, 3 of those guys left there, taken out. They've taken out all the VTRN guys. I think VTRN is a bit overpopulated on C, don't you think, Jaco?
Yeah, I think there's
a lot of guys there.
To be honest with you, I think they probably had a strategy to try and maintain B and C, because I don't see a lot of them trying to push through to the Delta flag. So it looks like their strategy was to hold the Bravo and Charlie flag, but of course there's a lot of the RECCE guys that are sort of going the long way around and flanking to get to that Bravo flag. And once that Bravo flag is taken, it makes it difficult for the VTRN guys, because then of course RECCE can push then from both sides. So you can't really defend, well, you can defend, but I mean it's a lot more difficult defending from two sides than defending just from the one. And in actual fact, into the C point, you probably have three routes into the C point. So if you are 2 flags down and you are defending a circle, and you have people coming from 3 sides, it becomes very difficult, right?
Correct, yeah. And I can see that the VTRN guys has made a move there on the Delta flag, and looking at the points, it's actually the same. Look at that, 156 for 155.
Correct.
So there's still on par, both these teams doing some good work here on these flags. RECCE still holding on to the Bravo flag, and VTRN obviously changed their strategy to move over to Delta. Yeah. But I see that Passer Bart and who's this? Choppy and Lemo. What, Lemo? Yes, it's wrong. Yeah, and John.
I think it's
John
Jimmel.
DP is also, yeah.
Jimmel.
Is it Jimmel?
Jimmel. Jemmel. Jimmel.
Jimmel, man, ek sê mos vir jou wat hy ou se naam is. Jimmel. Magies.
So it looks like RECCE will be taking back the Delta flag.
Hey, what's happening here with the E? Why is E going down? Why is E red? Are they taking their time moving?
Yeah, no, I think it was a rustige draffie through the E capture point. Because
they must be careful for that. That could be unnecessary points that's being thrown away if they capture that flag. And I'm going to gat roer af by daai flag. VTRN doing a hard push here onto the Bravo flag. I don't see any of the RECCE guys except Leopold here. Nepal. Who's it? Nepal. Only Nepal left.
Nepalu. I think it's Nepalo.
Yeah,
I think that's how you pronounce it.
I think Nepal will work in this case. Just for ease of use.
Yeah, and they've kept the Bravo flag, so VTRN holds the Bravo flag, and they are still contesting on the Charlie flag, but they might hold that for a second as well. Very good, they did. Yeah. And actually they've gained some score back. So very close at the moment. 204 for VTRN, 197 for RECCE. So very, very close.
Patikaki, Slung took a safe position there in the corner, and the rest of his team just basically spawned on him, and now they're moving in quickly here to make, to take the Bravo flag back. Took out all the VTRN guys. There was some good play there from RECCE. I think it's important for these guys to see that, you always get into this comfort zone to think that everybody's out. Meantime, back at the ranch, there's one guy sitting in the corner you know, waiting for his teammates to spawn, and then, you know, they overwhelm the team sitting and trying to defend the flag. But Urban Boris, Dolphy, and Pondu came in here very quickly, taking out all the RECCE guys here at Bravo, taking it back again. So I think the flag that's been most contested so far is the Bravo flag. Yeah,
which is strange because we haven't really seen that except in the DI versus Lots game. There was a bit of contention on the Bravo flag, but other than that,
look at RECCE's game. Look at RECCE's gameplay. They've got you've got Pasabart, who had the main tank earlier in the game, and he was defending the Delta flag, and now you've got SE23 doing the same thing. So you've got one player defending one flag, and the rest of the team is on the battlefield, you know, attacking and defending C and B.
Yeah,
Bravo and Charlie.
And some good work here by RECCE on C, actually taking that flag back. And I see the VTRN guys don't like that because there's a lot of them rushing into the Charlie flag to try and counter that move.
Yeah, that's gonna be a difficult one to get back, I think, because it's basically the whole RECCE team. There's one guy on Delta, and then there's 11 guys on Charlie, defending every little corner that you can think of. If you take a top view, you'll check that these guys are all over the place, defending, and some of the guys are pushing on slowly onto Bravo. And that's exactly what they're doing. See Slung coming down here on the right-hand side together with Nipple. Raptor there in the middle. Dean still sitting in the building there, just keeping an eye on Charlie. And Tia Leopold also on the left-hand side, holding back a bit. But you'll see there, it's only SE defending on the Delta flag. I think VTRN need to do a flank maneuver here if they want to get into this situation.
Yeah, absolutely. So I found because this map is so linear, what I did is I went into a top view, and now I'm panning left and right, and it's actually a very nice view to see this flag or to see this map and in terms of what's going on in the game.
Yeah, just on the top view.
Correct.
Yeah, so if you see, you can check, it's only the tank. Oh, there's what's happening here. VTRN is moving back on the left-hand side of Delta. Pono and his tank giving SE a bit of heat there. Kutzer fixing that tank. You see, RECCE's tank doesn't have a repair man on him now to help him out, but Pondu has. There's the tank is out from SE. VTRN moving on to take Delta. Ooh, who's that? Kangaroo going some rocket gun moves there on Pondu's tank. But he's got Kutzer fixing him.
And there's a bit of a standoff here at Bravo between Pasabart and Urban Boris. I think Urban Boris is waiting for some people to spawn on him and help out, and indeed they did. So it's 2-on-2 here at the Bravo flag as well. There we go, and VTRN cleared that flag up, and they are taking back the Bravo flag, but Charlie and Delta still belonging to VTRN, and now VTRN here capping the Bravo flag as well. So we could see a domination happening here.
Domination. Lockdown, yeah. Let's see, where's the RECCE guys? Where's the RECCE guys? They just got into their spawn now. They must just be careful not to capture A. But most of them are moving on the right-hand side down to Delta. Some of the guys are already there, taking it out. Only Vruchtenvlieg and George trying to hold it. Only George is left. Right, it seems that all the VTRN guys has been cleaned from Delta. RECCE's taking that back. But that was close. That was so close.
Very, very. And if you look at the scores, there's not much in it. 20 points at the moment. 290 for RECCE, 311 for VTRN. So very, very close game. I'm going to try and do a little bit of first person running here with Pasabart. This guy has a great name though. Love it. Love it.
See the RECCE guys are down in the alleys here, just behind the Charlie flag. Slung, Kaki. Oh, just got taken out, but Slung is just keeping it safe in the corner there. You must be careful. So Vlakvark and Heinrich sitting here on in this alley.
Yeah.
The RECCE guys are pushing through though. Some of them managed to spawn on their teammates there.
And Dolphy just taking out Joppy.
Yeah, you see, the guys can't see our perspective. But what I would have done is just like move over to on the far side back to Bravo again.
Yeah.
Because there's too many players here on Charlie.
Yeah, so we've got a lot of the RECCE guys covering the Charlie flag at the moment. Flakvar coming in trying to do that defending, but he was I don't think he saw Essie there hiding at the back, so Essie took him out. We've got Obi coming in as well, trying to defend, doing some good work, taking out one or two RECCE players there. And now VTRN is doing a smart thing here. They're attacking from two sides, again making it difficult for the RECCE guys to hold them off in that circle. And I think they do have the numbers to keep this flag, but in the meantime I think there's a RECCE guy, one or two, that has snuck around. Fatikakni, Slang, Nipaloo. It's Nipaloo, by the way. Nipaloo, yeah. And Parzabad here with his tank, and they are going to be taking the Bravo flag, contesting that one. And the VTRN is busy opening up a little bit of a gap here. There's almost 30 points in it now. 340 for RECCE and 368 for VTRN. Oh, and the tank just got taken out by Twaksak. Good work there by Twaksak, taking out that tank. Oh,
but he was 4 on 1 there. Couldn't survive that one.
No.
RECCE's got 2 flags now, closing the advantage that VTRN has got there. So VTRN, if they want to take this one, they really need to start moving if the gap's closing.
I see some of the VTRN guys might have started pushing onto the Delta flag, so I'm just going to head over there. I think that might be Pondu in his tank. Yes, indeed it is. So it's Pondu
and then
and George.
Pondu and George.
Vruchtevlieg is also here.
Guys. Urban Boris coming in. Yeah, we've got Parsabart and Lemnel, yeah. From the RECCE thing, moving on to Delta, see if they can take that one back. Coming toe to toe with Choppy. Choppy took him out. But I vlees vir jou, papi.
He got chopped.
Ja, choppy op die vuur. Ou vrugtevlieg is gechoppy deur Parsabart. And
oh, Pondu taking a lot of hits here, but Kutsa doing a good job trying to keep him alive.
Yeah, that tank is almost at, I think that thing is very low. What's the health on this tank, let me see. Yeah, 35%, 42, yeah, it's being fixed. Yeah, they're doing a good job, 55.
Let's just watch for Lamel here, he's coming around the side. He's going to try and flank that tank. But I think Pondu did see him actually. Still taking some hits though.
Yeah, there's two of the guys there from RECCE doing some good work on that tank. Parsabart here going through with grenades.
Oof.
Pondu just shooting and trying to survive, to stay alive. Parsabart still at the back here. I don't know, what has he got? What?
He's probably got a limpet.
It's a limpet. Is that a limpet?
Yeah, and the limpet took
there
it.
we go. Hey.
Pondu, that was unlucky.
Are not so strong, but it does help you when the tank has got a little bit of damage already.
Absolutely.
You know, you can't take a tank out if it's 100% health. You're just gonna piss the tank off basically. But
so we've got the
good work there from Parsabart.
So we've got the VTRN guys here on C. A lot of them making sure they keep this point. They are probably gonna start breaking off now to either D or B. I think B is probably the more likely suspect.
Yeah, it seems like it.
So
RECCE's got two flags at this point in time.
Yeah, and they're actually closing that gap a little bit. I'm not sure if there will be enough time. If they just maintain the two, they might actually need to try and push for that lockdown if they want to close that gap completely.
Yeah, they're going to have to. Although the tickets are running in there, you know, are in their flavor at this point in time. I think the amount of time that's left is not going to be enough for them to catch up. If they only have 2 flags, they need to have 3.
So I see an interesting thing here happening at Charlie now, and I think the Recce guys wanted this flag badly because they actually pulled their tank up to the Charlie flag, which is not something that we've seen in the match tonight. They've either held off on B or on C. They haven't come into the middle, and that's probably the reason why your tank is a big target there.
Yeah, is it that? I just saw an explosion. Is that what happened?
Yeah, that was the tank.
That was the tank. Recce still got 2 flags. There's about 50 tickets left in this game, and a ticket difference of about, what's that, 12, 13, yeah. Yeah, this is going to be a close one, bro.
It's going to be very close. 441 for Recce, 457 now for VTRN. VTRN holding the Delta flag, the C flag is being contested, and the Bravo flag being held by Recce. So very, very close.
Yeah. Delta also going down, yeah. So they're actually also trying to come in here, but there's 3 guys here. It's just Kutzer is also there.
Some
assistance.
Some good defending work here by Vlakvar. Just peeking over the side of that little inner circle, trying to keep the guys off that are coming in from the opposite side. But I think he's got some guys flanking him. We should just be watching that. There we go.
Yeah.
Very, very, very close. 17 tickets in it. So I see the D flag being taken back at the moment, but there's a couple of VTRN guys rushing back there to make sure they contest that flag. If they can keep the Charlie and Delta flag, then I think they can seal the win here. The time is running out. It's very close. 10 tickets left.
Yeah.
Exceptionally close game. I like it when it's this close because it gives you something to watch, and it also, to be honest with you, I mean, I haven't watched a lot of the Recce games. I've seen quite a few VTRN games, and coming into this match, I was gonna give it to VTRN straight away, but by the looks of it, these Recce guys are not to be played with, right?
Yeah, the Recce guys have stand their ground during the league so far.
Yes, absolutely.
They've played a good couple of games, over the season, and there's a 19-point ticket difference there. Look at that. That was very close. That was a good game. Well done to both teams on that one.
Very close, very close. But VTRN taking that first one. Now, can I tell you what is interesting for me though about that first map? Is that the reason why I said I thought that VTRN would take this one, and actually with a bigger margin than they did, was because this is the map that they chose, right? So, it wasn't that big a margin. So, well done to the Recce guys in keeping them back there. Considering the fact that it wasn't the Recce map choice, I think they did very well.
Yeah, I think they did very well on that one. And this is one of the maps that hasn't been played a lot. But as you mentioned, the night maps are some of the VTRN guys' favorite maps. Yeah. The same as, Argonne Forest and Ballroom Blitz are favorites of some of the other teams.
Correct. So, guys, at the halftime then, VTRN 1, Recce 0. It was a very, very close game on the first map, which was the night map that VTRN chose. But I think, Scully, you said there was a 12 ticket difference at the end.
Yeah, there was a 12 ticket difference.
So not a big gap at all, not a big gap. And of course the next map will be Argonne Forest, and that's the map selected by Recce.
Correct. Just looking at the scoreboard now, I see obviously when it's a locked private server, we can't see scores.
Yeah.
But we do see KD.
Correct.
So are you in the mood for some admin in season 2?
I'm not so sure. Are we talking about bringing in the MVP player?
Yeah, I'm still on about that. Yeah, we need to try. I wonder if there's not a way if we can get the stats from a specific game that was played on battle what you call it,
Battle tracker.
Battlefield tracker. Yeah.
No, actually
I'm
it
sure
won't, because if it's on an unranked server, it actually doesn't record it.
Oh, yes. Yeah, they'll be back to square one again. Fuck.
But look, what we could potentially do is we could potentially screenshot the game and then award MVP to the person with the best KD. The only problem or the only downside with that is that in a conquest game or in a tournament game, KD doesn't really matter that much, right?
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, the good medics will run like 5 for 15 or 5 for 20 or 18 or something like that.
Correct.
And the tankers just sit and smile all the way.
Yeah. So
okay, so we'll rethink that one.
No, I know you have this passion to reward individuals, but I don't think we're there yet.
It's actually silly that they don't use score on that. Do you think it's because of boosting or something?
Yeah, I think that's exactly the reason why. Because I think in the past what the guys have done is they've rented a server and then they've done boosting exercises, 2 squads killing each other, 150 times to unlock something or whatever may be the case. So I know that in a post that DICE did actually quite a while back, they did say that that's one of the primary reasons why they do that as an unranked, just to try and limit the amount of boosting. I mean, you've got to give it to these guys. They also try their best to limit the unfairness in the game and that sort of thing. So on the one hand, I do understand what they were trying to do there.
Yeah.
Let me just have a quick look here.
I'm sure that we'll find a way soon. At least we have, the Flying Aces coming up, so there we'll have some individual recognitions coming through.
Yeah.
There was a good initiative there from Zeus and Malis to run with that. That's also going to start soon, I think next week, if I'm not mistaken, Jaco.
The Flying Aces.
Yes, or are they not there yet?
No, I think they're on track to start next week. Actually, might be an opportune time, Scully, as well, to give the guys a little bit of insight regarding season 2 as well. I don't know if you want to do that. But I've been getting a lot of questions of people saying, look, we can't wait anymore. When are we starting? We need to play. Now, granted, these are the Division 1 guys that have been sending me messages. So they've had now 2 weeks of RECCE and Vrede.
I know. I know. So that's why we're going to have to see exactly how many clans are going to register for Season 2. And then we'll try and balance the divisions more equally. So when we start and we end, we'll start and end basically at the same time.
Correct.
Maybe a week apart, but we can't, because I mean now it's a matter of 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Since the guys have played, and we don't want them to move over to Siege or anything like that.
And but guys, just to give you a good indication, I think Scully, I'm okay with saying that what we are aiming for is very early in April, probably the first week or so, if we can.
Yeah.
But
I don't think it's going to be the first week due to the Easter weekend that's coming up. So it'll be just after the week of the 7th. The 7th, I think, is a Saturday. 8, 9, 8.
I think it's the 9th.
Maybe. Yeah, it'll either be the 9th or the week after, but we're trying to get it done by the 9th. If we start the league, and with public holidays is always an issue when it comes to this kind of thing. So we would like to get the public holidays out of the way first, let the guys go and relax and have some fun, and then come back and then it's some serious battlefield again. Because that interruption, it doesn't gel like with the fixtures and the weeks and all of that.
Yeah.
So definitely, but the 7th, what we're looking at, about the 9th, or the 9th, but not later than than the middle of April. Definitely not.
Yeah. So just a couple of guys, welcome to the stream. We've got JBK Fishing, and we've got Chop Prince joining us, and Duncan has been on it for a while. And Duncan has just said to us, this waiting for season 2 is killing everyone.
Yeah, our planning on that one was a bit rough, because I remember we started Division 1 a week earlier, and they played one less week in games. They only played 7 games, or it only ran for 7 weeks.
Yeah.
Where the rest of the guys ran between 8 and 9 weeks. And even now with the Division 4 guys, it also started late. We had to push them to do 2 games this week. Otherwise, we would have waited another week for them.
Correct.
So the upcoming week is going to be crunch time for getting the registrations done, getting the players ready, and that's all going to happen next week. So that's going to be a lot of admin from our side. So guys, we would like you just to participate in that, so we can and help us out. So when we ask for either logos or we ask for the player names, to do that as soon as possible. And remember, if you guys are already registered, you can just send me a DM and just say, listen, we've played season 1, we're going to play season 2. Then we know that side is sorted already. Then we can just add you guys in. Normally, I don't think that we have to go through that tedious process of registering every single clan. You can just drop me a note to say, listen, we're playing or we're not. That's going to be the easy part.
Yeah.
And then obviously the players, we've used Battlefly now for you to get your players on, so we'll correlate your players on that side to what we have on our website and just balance it off. And then we'll give you the opportunity maybe from the middle of next week to have a look at your current rosters, and if there's any changes or we've made a mistake, which is expected, just putting it out there, just to let us know, and so we can fix that and get it ready. So when the Easter weekend comes, that there's no admin, there's nothing that we need to do, and then immediately after that, then we can start the league if there's no hiccups.
Excellent.
But for now, we're looking at the 7th.
So the other thing as well,
the 9th.
The 9th.
Sorry, the 9th.
The 9th.
7th, the 9th. Yeah.
The other thing that I just wanted to mention as well is that with the league, this season 1 coming to an end this week, obviously the award show for the weekend, the recap show for the weekend will obviously be a reward show. So you guys might have seen on Discord, the Division 1 awards are up on the website, so if you wanted to go and have a look at what that looks like, you can. But the rest of the awards will be given out to Division 2, 3 and 4 on this week's recap show on Saturday morning, and that will be at about 9 o'clock.
Correct. Yeah, and I see the guys have spawned in, Yaku.
Yep.
We've got RECCE again in blue on the left-hand side, coming from the A flag, and VTRN coming from the opposite side of the map, playing in red.
Yep, and we've got a bunch of the guys running onto the bridge here from the VTRN guys, and I think if I go to the opposite side of the bridge, I think I should see the same thing happening from a RECCE perspective, and indeed.
Yeah, Slangfell made it first. He's the winner tonight, but he also got shot first.
That is true.
But he made it to the flag at least. He made it right up to the
won
flag.
the sprint. He won the sprint.
He won the sprint.
So he's right up there. I'm going to try and do some first person here. It's a bit difficult on this map, but we'll try our best. I'm here with Urban Boris, doing some defending work through all those flames. I don't know how we could see a thing that was going on there.
Yes, but the RECCE is pushing the C flag, eh?
Oh,
Got Slung, Slung got revived there. He's back on the bridge in the flames. Doesn't give a shit. Just shooting his way out there and making use of some of the medipacks around him.
Yeah. So we've got RECCE holding the Bravo and Charlie flag. So they actually have an option here. They can either just guard the Charlie flag and maintain Bravo, or they can actually try and push through to the Delta flag. I see a lot of teams actually doing that, trying to push for that lockdown, and actually on this map it's not really necessary, right? I mean, it's also very linear, so as long as you cover the routes on the outside, you know, the flanking routes to the Bravo flag, if you cover those and you maintain Bravo, you can actually just keep 2 flags and still win the map.
Correct, but the VTRN guys made it around here to the Hauser bunker at Bravo. You know, they flanked it down. We've got, I see the only guy left here at this point in time is Pondu, but he's reviving. Some of his mates, I think is he a reviver? Yes, he's a reviver. But we've got Nipples and Lemel coming in here, trying to take Bravo back. They just took out both those guys. Yeah, Bravo's back in the hands of RECCE. Good work there. What's happening at Charlie? Still a lot of fighting happening. Is there no flanking happening here to Delta? No, let me check in the bushes. No, there's no one.
No. So I think by the looks of the early strategy, it looks like RECCE has a strategy on this one, and that is to make sure that they have Bravo and Charlie all the time. I don't think by the looks of it there's a very big need to try and push through to the Delta flag. I see the Choppy is at the back there. I think he might have tried, but I think he got taken out.
Yeah, you see what I've noticed with this map, Yaku, is if you've got Bravo and Charlie, you know, you don't have to really push over to Delta, because the distance that you have to run to Delta, it's the same distance, but the obstacle course is a bit different.
Yes, absolutely.
You know, it's a more of a straight run, or a linear run if you come from Charlie to Bravo, just running on the train tracks. But if you have to make your way from Charlie to Bravo, from Charlie to Delta, you have to go through these flanking routes within the forest itself. And usually there's a few guys sitting around a corner or behind a tree or whatever waiting for you there.
Yeah.
So the only thing that you have to do here, if you are spawning from the A side, is just defend, attack C, keep C, and then obviously just defend the Bravo flag, and the game, you know, is yours if you manage to hold those 2 flags. But no need to try and get a lockdown to go push for Delta as well, because as soon as you move from Charlie, it's going to be gone.
An interesting thing though is that even though RECCE has held both the Bravo and Charlie flag for the majority of the game, there's actually not that big a ticket difference at the moment. It's less than 10 tickets at the moment, and I see that VTRN has actually pushed onto the bridge. Not sure how they managed to do that, because there was quite a lot of defending going on from the RECCE guys on the bridge, but they still managed to get onto that bridge and started taking back the flag. But
they're also here on Bravo as well. There's 2 of the guys here, Twaksak and Boris, Twaksak and Obi, on the Bravo flag on the inside here.
Let me head over there and go see what's going on there.
Yeah, it's only Twaksak left now, but we've got Nipple coming in. I don't know if he's gonna. There's actually more of them here. Pondu is also on the scene here with Twaksak. Was it Rapstar? Raptor. Rapstar. Ja, Raptor en Jandre. Jean-Pierre or Jandre. Pa's a bar. Papa's a bar. The Ma's a krille is ook hier.
So we've got Urban Boris together with his squad here, Dolphy, Twaksak and Obi doing some good defending, but a big explosion there.
Yeah, someone took advantage of those big cannons sitting in the corner there. Yeah, those things are sneaky. That's worse than the breeze killing.
Yeah, and that's a big explosion, right? I mean, that thing takes out the entire squad.
Absolutely, and the worst part about that is it's on the left-hand side and the right-hand side. So usually what I do when I get in there with a few of my teammates to play this map, I just take those things out, because as luck has it, it'll be me running through that thing, coming back again, and get killed by it.
So
I did that. You know what I did? We were playing. I think it's Suez on Rush. There's one little building that's got that in, and I actually knocked it with a hammer. Boom, and it exploded on the ground. It was actually a.
Why did you knock it with a hammer?
Well, I tested it was just when we got the game, and I was playing this, and I checked these things, and I was knocking it with a fucking hammer, and it exploded on me. Killed us all. Instantly.
Some good work here by Slung. He's on top of the bridge at the moment. I don't think he's a bit outnumbered here by the VTRN guys. who are doing a good job trying to take back this Charlie flag. This is the problem with the Charlie flag though, right? Is you have to be on top of the bridge.
Yeah, no more capping from underneath. And the thing is, you're so exposed if you're there, you need to have your whole team basically on top. Yeah. You know, to try and revive and so on. But let me tell you one thing, I can see Nipples is doing some good work cleaning out the house here on the bridge.
But it's
getting rid of the VTRN guys.
But it's different in domination, right? In domination, you can still cap from under the bridge.
Yeah, it's on conquest that you have to be on top.
Yeah.
Not inside. Top.
What was that from? That was from the coffee creamer advert. Cremora.
Yeah.
There we go. Giving away my age.
It's not inside, it's on top.
But the VTRN guys pushing hard on this Charlie flag, and I think that if they can keep defending it the way they are doing at the moment, I think they might actually take the Charlie flag, and then those tickets will start running the opposite way. The one thing that they have to keep checking is just the back of the bridge, because I see the RECCE guys are very good at those flanking maneuvers and coming around the back side of the bridge and taking the guys out from the back while they are concentrating on the front towards the Bravo objective.
Indeed they are. And I can see some of the guys here from the RECCE team is moving on the left hand side, trying some flanking maneuvers. Jean DP. But you see now you've got this one choking point which is on the right hand side. There's no one there. So Jean is sneaking through. But this crash train on the right hand side, there's a little flanking maneuver there that you can pull. And then on the far right hand side or far left hand side of that, you know, moving your way up to the Delta flag, which is obviously those two in the forest that you can take as well. Yeah. So both choke points. So, but obviously VTRN hasn't got anybody guarding those posts. And I see the Bravo flag is going down. VTRN defending Delta. Let me just go move over to Bravo quickly and see what's happening here. Bravo, we've got Lemel and Choppy. And then we've got George and Pondu from VTRN. Trying to take over this flag and see what's happening here. Lemel is alone. We've got Pondu and George. Pondu just got taken out there. Raptor came onto the scene as well. It's only Pondu that's left.
Oh. And Twaksak just took out Jean right there. Or Jean.
I think Pondu is out. Let me check. No, Pondu is there. Pondu out. Pondu is there. Vlakvark is there. I see he's playing Assault. No, he's playing... No, that's Obi that's playing Medic.
Yeah.
He's a very good Medic, Vlakvark. Yes.
Yeah, I know. I played with him the other night in a pub. I think you were actually there as well. We played with him on I think Sunday night or Monday night, if I'm not mistaken. And he kept reviving me. He was a beast medic.
He's a ninja medic, that guy, bro. Ninja medic. He doesn't come up to you. He hoys that syringe in your ass like from 5 meters.
So we've got Kutsi here. Just see who's close. See if they can revive him. They do. Good job.
Yeah, the whole VTRN guys are here. But I see RECCE's taking back the bridge again.
Yeah, I'm heading over there now. And they've actually got, they've actually made a smart move here. They had a couple of guys sitting on top of the bridge taking that back, and the rest of them pushed through to start attacking the Bravo point. Look, VTRN still holding the Bravo and Delta point at the moment, so the tickets are running their way, and you can see that from the score, 243 for VTRN, 227 for the RECCE guys. But I don't think the RECCE guys are going to let this Bravo point go. We've got Pasabart here with that low weight, just laying down the suppression fire into that door.
Yeah, no, they came in from both sides actually. Twaksak is back on the scene again. Yeah, these guys are quick on it. They're back with Obi. They came from the backside here of Bravo.
Now I've got
they just need to get inside that building.
Now we've got an interesting situation here. One of the... It's Ekfatikakni from RECCE has pushed through towards the Delta flag, and there is some Delta defenders here in the area. but he took out both of the VTRN defenders on the Delta flag. Very low on health at the moment.
The wrong way.
We have taken objective
But here comes a medic. He's going to give him some meds.
At Dolphy, I see Dolphy was looking the wrong side of the road when he tried to cross there. Laying down with his back towards the RECCE guys. Delta flag still, what's happening here? A lot of the VTRN guys here at the Delta flag. Okay, so that's safe. Charlie flag is held by RECCE. Taking in some defensive positions, try to keep the VTRN guys away from the Charlie flag. And obviously they've got still contesting over the B flag as well. We've got Veerpol and AC from RECCE, Kwaksak and Vruchtefrucht from VTRN on Bravo.
Yeah. So we've got Slung here, sort of defending that gap from the Delta flag. Oh, and he just got taken out by Diamond. And Diamond actually playing medic now,
losing objective Charlie.
which is strange for Diamond to see. I mean, he's an exceptional sniper, as we said earlier. But I think on this map, sniping is perhaps not his forte.
Yeah, I don't think that's the best way to go. Sniping won't be the best way to go for this. And especially you can't use flares or anything like that on Argon Forest. So yeah, except if you've got exceptional good sniping skills.
And Twaksak doing exceptionally well. They're taking out 2 of the RECCE guys, and they are actually contesting this Charlie flag at the moment. The scores are very close, 291 versus 301, 301 for VTRN. It does look like they will take back the bridge. The D flag is going down, but it's going towards the VTRN guys, and then the B flag belonging to the RECCE guys. And there's a knife opportunity here. Oh, and indeed Twaksa got the knife, but then got killed by is it Gingaru? Gingaru.
Gingaru.
Yes. Gingaru. Oh, good sniping.
Ginger Ninja.
There's actually a guy called Ginger Ninja. I think he plays for Red.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. His PSN is Ginger Ninja, and I think he plays. Yeah, I'm actually almost sure he plays for Red. And also a good player. We actually saw him on this map a couple of weeks ago, and he pulled that very good defensive move on Delta. I don't know if you recall.
Yeah, I remember that. There was also a good game to watch. Yeah, I see the RECCE guys are still pushing in here on the Charlie flag. VTRN also, they're actually on both sides. You've got Twaksak on the left-hand side here. Oh, he just got taken out.
Yeah, but we've got Kutzer coming in.
And Urban Boris here by the train tracks as well, going toe-to-toe there with Raptor. Both of them got shot.
There we go, and Charlie now belongs to VTRN. So again, the tickets going up for VTRN. And I must tell you that I actually expected RECCE to take this map being their map of choice, but VTRN doing a really good job here. Making sure that I mean, in the start of the round or early in the round, RECCE was clearly, dominating that first sort of 5 minutes of the game, maybe 10 minutes of the game, where they held the Bravo and the Charlie flag. But then VTRN started pushing into that Charlie flag. And ever since then, the tickets have sort of gone their way. But I mean, it's very close still, right?
It is, but if you look at the gameplay that VTRN has done during the night, is Dolphy, Kutzer and his team, they constantly moving on the backside here of Bravo, doing flanking maneuvers, distracting RECCE here from the Bravo flag.
Yeah.
And by doing that, they're keeping them away from Delta. And, so it's basically Bravo and Charlie that's being contested all the time.
Correct.
Yeah, so RECCE just did some good work here on taking the Bravo flag black. We've got Slong Z in here, AC, and then the rest of the guys. Nipple, Choppy, Fatikaki moving over to Charlie. Yes, but all the VTRN guys are here on the bridge.
Yeah, and now we've got We've got the mist coming in as well, so that's going to make it a little bit more difficult for the guys to play. And we've got the RECCE guys pushing on the Delta flag.
Yeah. Is it the mist or is it smoke?
Well, it could be smoke or mist. I think the...
it is mist. Yeah, you're right.
He was a bit outnumbered there. 4 on 1. There's more RECCE guys coming in. Fatih Kakni is coming in as well from the opposite side, but there's a lot of VTRN guys here in terms of numbers. It is difficult to see now because of this smoke slash mist.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I
because
think
of the poor visibility.
Poor visibility. There we go. Yeah, so both Charlie and Bravo is in the hands of RECCE. They did some good work there cleaning out the house.
So Duncan making an interesting observation on the stream here. He says that for him the main differences that he's seen in the games is that it looks like the Division 1 teams are the guys who keep pushing all 3 objectives, whereas with the other divisions he's noticed that the guys focus on primarily 2 points.
Yeah, but you must remember the Division 1 guys are like tanks. They push hard, those guys.
Agreed.
Yeah, they want to annihilate the whole battlefield. They don't care about 1 or 2 flags. They want to take over the whole scene.
Yeah. So guys, just while we are talking, I see some other questions here around Season 2, around knowing how do you remove players off your roster. Look guys, we're doing this thing in phases to make sure that we get the admin right. So as part of this phase, we're not taking players off yet. There will be a phase after registration where we will have an opportunity to sort of clear up the rosters and make sure that people are in the right teams and making sure that the rosters are fine. So just to answer that question, there will be an opportunity to do that, to take players off the roster.
Yeah, definitely. So what we're going to do is we first need to know how many teams are participating. That's why we do the clan registration first. Then we do the migrations between existing clans, people moving from one clan to another, and then we service the existing clans first. Then we do new player registration. So that'll be for new clans. We add all of the new players, and existing clans, we add new players if there are any. So that's basically the 3 phases that we go through for this one.
Yeah.
So by the end of the week, not this week, the end of next week, well, during the course of next week, what we'll do is we'll split up the workload, Division 1, 2, and 3 between Yaku, myself, and Slash. And, I will work with A Division, Yaku will work with A Division, and Slash will work with A Division. And he will be your contact person to update, the new clans, the players, and all of that.
Yeah.
I think if we do it that way, it's going to go a lot quicker, and we might get the ball going a bit easier. So for now, we are flying aces. We've done that. All the existing players that we have on our database have been allocated to the flying aces roster, which is available online, and it's only the new guys and guys who don't play in teams, the solo guys, that we need to add, and that we'll do over the next day or 2.
And I just got
the tickets.
I got a horrendous tea bag on, I almost want to say on camera. Guys, this is so close at the moment. 460. So RECCE leading by 2 tickets at the moment. It is very, very, very close. If you've just joined us, the first map went to VTRN. We are now on the second map, and at the moment a 2-ticket lead by RECCE. But it does look like VTRN. I think VTRN is trying to hold that Delta flag. But if they don't manage to get one of these other flags back in time, I don't think there will be time for them to pull some of these tickets back, because the gap is widening.
Yeah, it's widening quite quickly now. It's all going to depend if RECCE is going to be able to keep the Charlie flag.
Yeah.
I think the Charlie flag is definitely going to be the deciding factor here. We've got 2 of the VTRN guys on the bridge. Vrachtervlieg, Kutzer, there's a few more. Obi and Urban Boris taking over the Charlie flag. Some of the guys here from RECCE coming in on the left-hand side. Essie, Choppy, Passebaard, Masekrella, all moving onto that bridge, trying to take out these guys from VTRN who's sitting anchored onto that bridge. Can you see that, Jack? Not moving an inch.
They're not moving. They want this flag back. There is very little tickets in it at the moment, to be honest. If they manage to take back the C flag, there is still an opportunity. There's 7 tickets in it, 6 tickets actually in it at the moment. So if they can maintain Charlie and Delta, and there's enough time, they could actually close this gap, but it's going to be a marginal gap for any of the 2 teams at the moment. But look at this, the VTRN guys are very brave. They are now pushing on to Bravo. They don't need to. They could just make sure they keep Charlie and Delta, but they are pushing on to Bravo. Delta is actually going down, so they might want to send some guys back there, but they have closed the gap and have passed RECCE, and what an extraordinary close game. 2 tickets until the end for VTRN at 498, 490. Oh my God. How close was that?
That was, look at that, 6 tickets.
So 6 tickets.
6 tickets difference. Yeah.
That is amazingly close, but very, very well done to VTRN at the end there. To be honest with you, I don't think that on the first or the second map, the final score actually does show how close this game is. I think you said it was 12 tickets in the first map. Now we have 6 tickets in the second map, which is, I mean, that is such a small gap. It's not even, I mean, it's extremely close.
Where's the rest of the guys gone to? They're off. Look at that. There's only 8 guys there.
Yeah, I think they already dropped off towards the end of the game.
Oh, I thought that we were going to ask them to do another one quickly, but it seems like they're not in the mood to do so.
No. So it looks like the full-time score then 2 to VTRN, 0 to RECCE. Very, very well played on both teams. Actually, to be honest with you, I was pleasantly surprised at the RECCE performance. These guys did exceptionally well. VTRN well played, and I think that the ticket difference speaks for itself, right? 12 tickets difference in the first round, 6 tickets difference in the second round. This was an extremely well matched game. But well done to the VTRN guys.
Yeah, well done to VTRN and well played there for the RECCE guys. I mean, I think this shows that, the guys that we've divided up into the respective divisions that they are in are very closely matched, because you don't see a walkover of any of them, owning, coming away with tickets less than 50.
Yeah.
A ticket difference less than 50, especially in Division 3 that I've seen. Obviously, the higher you go, the hotter it gets, the more heat. But I think there's a good balance between all the teams currently playing in this division.
Yep.
Once again, congratulations there to the VTRN guys. You guys played well. And also to the RECCE guys. You guys also did an excellent job with a small margin of losing those 2 maps. The first one with 12 tickets and the second one with 6.
Very entertaining.
Well played to both. Yeah, well played to both teams.
So just on the match tonight, obviously VTRN has played now tonight their 7th game, and RECCE has actually played their last game. I think it was their 8th game tonight. So VTRN will actually move over into the 5th position. With 3 points, they will move 1 point above the RECCE team after this game. RECCE at the moment on 12, VTRN on 10, and VTRN will take the 3 points tonight, which will give them 13. And just to give you an idea how close it is, Scully. So we have WTF on who's in position 4. They're on 14 points. VTRN will be on 13 points, and RECCE will be on 12 points. So there's literally a 1-point difference between position 4, 5, and 6. And then, of course, we've got THC on 16, which is a 2-point difference from the 4th place. So it's really, really close in terms of the table scoring as well. But again, guys, from our side, it was fun having you on. If you did join us, thank you very much. If you subscribed, that's great. If you haven't, please hit the subscribe button. Also hit the little bell to get your notifications. Leave us a like, it always helps, and leave us a comment if you would like. But from my side, thank you very much for joining us tonight. Scully, I don't know if you have any final thoughts.
Yeah, just thanks for everybody who's joined us on the stream and liked and subscribed. Obviously, it does help us to promote Battlefield Clan Wars. And just a reminder that Battlefield Clan Wars is not exclusive to Battlefield 1. We will continue the league matches onto the new Battlefield series, which will be announced, I don't know when, maybe in the next month or 3. And obviously, I think it's going to release in October, November next year. This year, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's all for me. Thanks, Yaku. Thanks for having me. It was awesome commentating with you again.
Yeah, it's always fun. Guys, just from my side, as we spoke earlier, next week is going to be a bit of a rough admin week. We are planning to finalize a lot of the registration things that should happen for Season 2 next week. And at the moment, the envisaged live date will be the first Monday after Easter weekend. So that will be the 9th, provided there's no hiccups. That's what we're aiming for. We can't really start it in that first week because of all the public holidays and things happening. It will make it difficult for players to start. So the envisaged date is the 9th of April. Spread the word. But that is provided all the admin activities go well. So next week, if you can, please work with us so we can get all the admin out of the way. That will greatly help us to try and stick to that launch date for Season 2. So very exciting times. But for tonight, that's all we had. Yep.
Join us on Saturday. Don't forget to join us on Saturday, 9 o'clock.
Oh yes, the recap show this weekend will of course be the award show for Season 1. So that will happen Saturday morning at 9 o'clock. As Scully said, please join us. It'll be great having you guys on there. But from our side, that's all we had for tonight, guys. I'm Yaku Sal for Battle Bros. See you on the battlefield.